Today's thought is about reverse engineering the next phase of your life. A lot of people that I coach are left in a sticky place where they don't end up actually planning and thinking forward as to what they might like to achieve in the next 1, 2, or 3 years. And they are left clouded and are so busy with what they have to do today, the clients they need to serve today, this week, and dealing with all of the other organisational chaos that they are in when they consider all the things they might have to do, want to do, should do, could do, must do in the very short term. And it leaves people very little time to actually think forward for the next 12, 24, 36 months and plan for what they might like to achieve. There is huge power in that kind of foresight. And I want to give you an example today, and that example is about buying a house. There are a lot of people that either want to buy a new house or another house, move up the property ladder, but they don't actually put enough time between when they plan it and when they actually want to do it. And this issue, this challenge, is entwined with the challenge of, or the problem that people have in being so busy, their mind being so busy. And that's really a topic for another day, but I will end up touching on this in this little rant here. But let's look at that challenge of buying a new house. Now, if you want to buy a new property that maybe costs somewhere in the region of £250,000, let's just use that price bracket. It depends where you live, obviously, but it's a fairly round number we can play with. Let's imagine that you want to buy a house that costs that much, and you know that you'll need a mortgage of approximately £200,000 to afford that. Well, you're going to need an income, a proved income, of about £50,000 a year. Let's use that number, because if you do that and you have 3 years of tax returns that prove you've got an income of £50,000, then you'll be able to translate that to £200,000 depending upon the lender that you go to for the mortgage. Now, in order to get that 250, we're going to need £50,000 worth of a deposit. So we're going to need to get some savings, and if you don't already have some, we're going to need to put a savings plan in place. And by a savings plan, I simply mean you're going to need to be putting money in an account away every single month without fail for a period of time. Now, if you want to buy a house in, say, 4 years' time, 12 months in a year multiplied by 4 is 48 months. So if we put £1,000 away every single month, we're going to have £48,000 in 4 years' time. And if we start now, if we're able to do that, then we can do it. And getting that chunky amount of money in that period of time isn't going to be too unrealistic. Now, we also, if we want to be able to get 3 years worth of accounts put together at £50,000 each, that also gives us 1 year to get to a level where we can achieve that level of income, depending upon where you are now. A lot can be achieved in just 1 year. So, that seems pretty reasonable, giving ourselves a 4-year time horizon. However, a lot of people make the mistake in trying to plan to do something and actually do it within a short period of time. You might say, I want to buy myself a new house, but without a realistic plan in place, how good an idea is that in reality? Probably not very good. So the point of this message today is to somehow, you need to get yourself out of that busy day-to-day, hour-to-hour, client-to-client mindset. Carve yourself some time in your routine to wish, to dream, to conjure up where you might like your life to be in the next few years. Because that might just give you the time that you need to plan it and execute that plan effectively.